Right, so the next thing I want to mention is this life. Basically, I was born to be sexually abused, ripped to pieces, and have all the things that happened to me come back at me as being the corrupt fucking piece of shit or sick cunt or evil bastard that I've been put under. There has never been a good day, and you've got to take into account we've got construction force, setups, wording on vehicles, t-shirt names, coming out in a negative suggestion, say you need to be murdered, you're a fucking dangerous woman beater or fucking woman rapist or child beaters, rapist. And it's like that all the fucking time, 24/7. And these setups are a lot more heavier than what they used to be. But there have been days when it's been really heavy, like when I've been to the police station, been to Magistrates Court years ago in Bridgewater, and times like that they step up all these setups. And it's not just that, it's animal voice sounds as well. And in the last couple of days, there's been animal voice sounds coming out in a corrupt way to say, well, basically telling me to enjoy sex with people that raped me as a child, telling me there's no one left, telling people to knife me, telling people I'm Savem when that's not my name, and causing many problems like that. Even when I went to church for that couple of year period, my life got worse and worse. And then you've got to take into account late 2021 to the autumn of 2022 is the nastiest direct threat time period, or for getting attacked almost, out of every other year in my whole life, including when I was living outside the Palace nightclub in Bridgewater, and when I almost got attacked by the people that are walking around in happy hardcore groups, drinking cider back in olden days. So in that specific time period that I just mentioned, there was at least 40 threats each and every single day I went out of that time period. For that 11-month period, or how many months it was, I can't remember. Somewhere between 9 and 11 months it was occurring for. And that's at least 40 threats every day. I've even been chased with a knife on several occasions. 2 times in a row at Nine Springs. One day it was mistaking me as Savan, and the next day it was mistaking me as Liam. However, when I was mistaken as Liam, it wasn't so violent. But this person actually got the knife out and took chase, and I had to run pretty fast. And he ended up just shouting. He put his knife away and just shouted, said, "You're fucking dead when I see you again, you fucking rapist." You fucking, all that sort of stuff. So, and then there was a couple of people at Crispin Hall where I had to call 999 because I almost got attacked there because this person thought I was Savan, and saying that he's not an ordinary paedophile, he's a much more dangerous type of paedophile that needs to be fucking smashed in or have his life fucking taken or be shot or whatever. So you had all that. And then after that, you've got to take into account people were getting aggressive, shouting at me in the streets, wanting to start a fight, and these are people I'm not going to be able to fight because they're like 3 times my build, if not more. And this went on. There was over 100 incidents of that specific time period where I was nearly attacked, and I couldn't do anything at all. When I mentioned it to the mental health team, they put it down as schizophrenia, and they tried to dose my medication up to a higher dosage. But the problem is, when I was on the highest dose of a specific medication when I was living at my old place, I collapsed on the floor outside the co-op shop at Barrow, and I nearly got attacked and smashed out because it happened at a time where some people gave me threats, and the doctor said it was alcohol that was doing it. It's not, it was the medication increase. It was affecting the organs in the body. It's causing me to bleed when I went to the toilet and all the rest of it. So eventually I told him I stopped taking it, I wouldn't take it. And he just says, well, it's schizophrenia that's causing it. But the problem is, everything's put down to schizophrenia, and I'm not happy about it. And when it comes to sexuality, that's not schizophrenia. And when it comes to this burning problem, it seems to be a mixed up side at the moment, because even people in the NHS service are starting to believe that something's causing it, and they are mentioning that the times it occurs and it's only happening at that specific place, and it's starting to become more truthful in what I'm saying and the types of symptoms that I'm experiencing. Obviously I had the diarrhoea again because of it today, because someone's using this energy weapon. Now I don't know if it's someone that's bringing something into the building or whether it's something that's actually in the building. And then obviously you've got to take into account they're bringing up all this crap claiming that I stole Sam's bike, which isn't true. And then obviously they didn't like it going back some time ago because Grace, which is one of the neighbours, went to mind, and every time I went to the mind, the day before, they would set these energy weapons up or cause extreme burning to make a suggestion that you don't go to mind because Grace goes there. So I stopped going there, and that's why I did it, because of the burning. And I also think that's what caused Grace's seizures. So she ended up going to hospital. At the time she went to hospital, she was having communication with Chris at the mind, but I didn't go to the mind because obviously the use of energy weapons and burning. So I've got to say it's energy weapons because the type of effects that I'm getting from it. It's causing me to feel bloated, struggling to breathe. When you're burning in that air, it's like a sharp burning inside your chest. You're struggling to breathe. It's causing sensitive teeth. It's causing the enamel to come off the teeth, causing like a chalky taste in your mouth. It's causing sore eyes. Not as bad as what it was at my old place, because it was like gritty all the time at my old place, and that's the reason they had to move me to Thorn House. It's because of the use of energy weapons. But it goes back to the same subject I've been mentioning all along: sexuality, because of all this shit made up on sexuality. So anyway, other symptoms I get: your bottom of your feet feel like they're itching, and they feel like you can't stand up, and when you stand up you feel like you're going to collapse on the floor. It affects the organs in the body. You can actually feel that it's affecting you. You can get pulled muscle pains that occur. It's causing chest pain. And, it's, you've got like this cat claw scratch mark burning type sensation right over the whole body. It's not like your normal burning, like if you put your finger over a flame or you get sunburn. It's a different type of burning. It's like a raw sort of burning that's going through you, but it doesn't seem to just touch your skin. It seems to be affecting your bones. It feels like it's going into your bones, causing burning. And when the burning occurs, it can take over 48 hours before it eliminates. It doesn't happen when I stay at my mum's or stay at my dad's, and it doesn't happen when I camp out or go to places like I am now, or a church or whatever. It's only happening at that place. And also, you don't get the feeling like something's pressurising that feeling to occur when you go out. The pressure is only occurring at that place, and that pressure has never occurred at any other place or when I've been out, ever since it first started on the last day of January 2024 or the first day of February that year. In that time period, it was also when Matt, an old neighbour that's not there anymore because he got evicted, basically 1 year today for trying to knife down the staff door. Now that's not my business. There's nothing for me to go into because I don't know what it's about and it's not my concern. But that's what happened. Well, Pete, the other neighbour who I've been speaking to and been getting on alright with for a long time, he has the theory, like the doctor, that it's caused by schizophrenia when it comes to these feelings. No, I don't believe that. But obviously he can have his own opinion. Well, he was hanging around with Matt shortly before that occurred. So going back to February of 2024, after a few days, 6 days of February or whatever, you had this spillage in the garden, which could have been paraffin or something, it could have been accidental or whatever, but anyway, they had the fire brigade come out, and that was the exact day my dad had to pick me up because of the issue of me being in ill health from the burning problem. And when I stayed at my dad's, it took 48 hours to eliminate from my body before I felt normal. And when I felt normal, you notice the changes. So you become less negative minded, you feel fresher in head, you feel like you're not being pulled down by magnetical gravity that's making you feel down. You just feel like a fresh person. You just feel happy, and even when people give you threats or trouble, you seem a lot more withstandable to the issue than since the burning started, because that burning really has a heavy effect on you. But it's also causing not only cat claw scratch marks all over the body, to a point where you have to go out because you can't stay there at times, and it's being done on certain levels. It's like it can be changed a level. It's some fucking weapon, and it's an attempt to murder me probably. And again, the reason they're doing it is because of sexuality. Like I said, everything is on sexual fucking grounds. Yet the only sex I've had in 2 lives, however I can't confirm what happened in my last life, but a clairvoyant was adamant that I was sexually abused as a little girl and had a very tragic ending working in a laboratory. But the problem is, when I die in this life, if I don't get anyone in this life, what happens when I'm born again as a child in my next life? And what does setup suggest? Or this criminal organised force that's around me suggest? Well, yeah, it's saying that I'm going to be sexually abused as a child in my next life, but also animal voice sounds are coming out saying this. And I can't get the animal voice sounds that often because it's being done in a sneaky way, where when I push record on the digital audio recording device, animal sounds come to a sudden stop, and then when I push stop, they'll start again. Or when the battery goes flat, there's a whole load of them. And it's done at times where it sneakily knows when I'm recording and is trying to defeat me from getting the evidence. So it's like this evil creator, God being, or whatever's causing it, just wants to destroy me in disguise in a mischievous, sneaky, sly way where it goes unnoticed. It's like the bastard's full malice. It's like the bastard's got it in for me, in particular, out of everybody out there. And when you go to these churches in the past, I mean, I mentioned that there's people that are in sexual relationships, you know, or whatever. I'm being insulted by many Bible verses. Masturbation is a sin before marriage in the Holy Bible that can lead to hell. You know, it's a cult religion. Everyone should be in a sexual relationship, and God provides everyone that is in need of a partner or is suffering for a fuck and not had it in their whole lives, basically. I mean, you can't even get a prostitute. I've tried that in the past. They only give blowjobs in the UK and abroad, which I can't get over to abroad because I don't have the money and that sort of thing. You're looking at £3,000 for safe sex with a condom on. But if you want proper raw sex, everything included, however you want it, you're looking at £7,000 for one night or several hours or whatever it is. And I don't have that sort of money. I can't pay that sort of thing. So I'm not very happy at all. You know, you expect to be able to have a small amount of sex in your life, even if it's just a, you know, how do I word it? You know, even if it's not much, you know, you should be entitled to have some form of love through a sexual intercourse at some point in your life, to a point where it's at a satisfactory level. But no, God can't provide that, and nor can his people. They're just absolute scum bastards, and so are all these Christians, Jehovah's Witnesses, and you name it, these Muslims, these whatever. Religion is just cultic, it's just evil. Even in the New Age mind, in the spiritual realm of spiritism, tarot cards, clairvoyance, even people like that don't get on with me. And since the Savem threat came in 2017 I think it is, or late 2016, I can't remember the year, it's just been chaotic, with chaos everywhere. Everybody's just mistaking me as that person threatening to smash me and to kill me, to shoot me dead. And again, because he's done wrong on sexuality, it's backfiring at me due to mistaken identity. And again, it's sexuality. As I was saying, sexuality is the cause of all problems in my whole fucking life. And when I've been in trouble with the police or gone to magistrate's court, again, it's because of sexuality. You know, because I'm retaliated with graffiti or whatever. When I ripped the Bomb Hinkley Point power station graffiti, which I got in trouble for, and the police warned me that not to do it again, or you'd be putting your own life at risk or whatever, and they were concerned for me, I stopped doing that. But even that is on the grounds of sexuality. So no matter what it is, sexuality is the cause of all fucking problems. And it gets even better, because people are moaning about the age gap in sexual relationships, and everyone's a single mother. I don't want a single mother. I want someone I can fancy, but the problem is there's no one single, no one's going to help me, and they won't even let you have a fucking spastic in a wheelchair that's good looking, that you can have sex with, because no one else can provide it. They won't even let you have that. Anything that's good looking, they won't let you have. It's got to be these zombie fucking negative attraction type faces, or you're known as a sick cunt. They're telling me to go or fuck people twice the age, or more than twice the age, as the youngest people that sexually abused me as a child. And I'm not happy about that. Just the other day, I had a 36-year-old woman pass me, telling me, you're fucking sick as fuck. Yeah, 36, you're preying on a 36-year-old fucking woman. You sad cunt. Fucking give in to some. And this is in Barrack Graveyard, which is a place where I'm accused of, of leaving letters around which I haven't left around. And this was what? 2 days ago when this woman did it? Or yesterday? I can't remember what day it was. And it's only just because I was looking at her, I was really hot, it's sunny, you know, so I just thought I was just sitting there chilling out. I wasn't looking like in any strange way or nothing like that, just normally, like what they're doing, you know, going to the gravestone. And there's a massive fucking row over that. So it gets even better, because even on friendship on the internet, same age, 36, I was told a couple of years ago, or just under a couple of years ago, that I'm a real sick bastard. Right, so it's the 1st of May 2025 and I've been in a pretty bad mood this morning, and I've even contacted the Houses of Parliament, central government at 10 Downing Street in London, to contact them about the issue. So let me remind you what's happened. The police came around mine at 9 AM this morning, and someone at Barrack, which is on just up from Yeovil, so you've got Barrack and Stowford, has made accusations that are not true, claiming that I've left a piece of paper out trying to ask to rape women in the graveyard at Barrack. That piece of paper doesn't exist, and on the sheets where I write my problems down, even on the sheets I write my problems down on when I go out, even if it has been chucked in the bin at Barrack, it does not contain that information, though it does contain information where people are saying stuff which I write down, saying that I'm going to break in, knife you dead, inject you with HIV, you're being fucking blinded with energy weapons, or you're going to fucking lose your life by burning from energy weapons. So in some ways they are admitting that they're using energy weapons, but obviously with no sufficient evidence, it has to be put down as schizophrenia by the mental health team. So anyway, when the police came around, they were also saying that I've been showing people naked pictures of children, when that's not true. So the police asked me to see my phone, and then I showed them my phone, and they said, well, do you have any other phones? Because they were implying that I had a smartphone, and I don't have a smartphone. So then they said, do you have a laptop? The police then said, well, we can't let this go, we might have to come back, and said that we might have to take your laptop and all your phones and USB sticks and hard drives to see what you know, to check it, and they said it could take 12 months before you get it back. The other thing I want to mention is I was gone out my fucking head, hang on. I'm in a church, you see. The creator God's an evil bastard, a sexual slaughter fucking tearaway, an ice-axing fucking cunt, a fire-staking, raw, flaring bastard that fucking burns me with energy weapons, or gets a chunk of ice and smashes it through my fucking heart through the ice in the fucking fire. Well, let's put it this way. They were saying that I might not be able to use the internet again as well. They said we might have to ban you from the internet altogether. The thing is, that's the only way of contact with family and stuff like that. And obviously, with all the problems increasing on sexuality, people giving me shit in the streets, like saying they're going to fucking knife me down, smash me to fucking pieces, bash my fucking brains out, inject me with a HIV needle, or to break in, or to make my life a living hell, or to tell me I'm being shot dead, is all on the increase at this minute in time, since just before Easter. So, I'm not fucking happy at all. And this is what I've told 10 Downing Street. So basically I've told the government, central government, and I've given my name and I've given my address. I'm not afraid of doing that because I'm fucked off with it. And I'll give you the setups of going out, but I just want to get through this first. So basically I said to 10 Downing Street that sexuality is the cause of nearly every problem I've had in my whole life since childhood. And I've basically said that the only sex I've had in my whole life is me having the guts raped out of me, where Jesus Christ has sex sucked the guts in and out of me as a child while I was raped as a child by men that shagged me as a child. I've also mentioned that at my age group I can't take to the negative type, and that everyone's a single mother. I've also mentioned that I've been stopped from getting sex all my life. So I said I've never had sex with a child, and I've never had sex with anyone apart from those who sexually abused me as a child. And I was saying that I'm being mistaked as Savan and mistaken as Liam as well, and basically wanted to make them aware of all this shit that's going around, and the fact that sexuality is a sore point because I've never had anyone. And then I mentioned the medication issue. I mentioned this, obviously. I phoned Thorn House up where I live as supported housing to let them know about this, which is flat. My address is, I can't give the number obviously, but it's Thorn House, Eastville, Yeovil, Somerset, BA21 4FH. So basically I gave the government that detail. I gave them my email address, and I gave them my negative YouTube channel by the email address name, so that if the government want to check all the videos and see what I've been through and how people are treating me every time I go out, then the evidence is on there. Because I make a story every single day, and quite literally I'm recording every so often, moaning about the setups, yet I'm being accused of all this shit. It's not the government that are accusing me, it's someone reporting me, making false allegations against me, trying to put me down as a rapist and a paedophile, a child rapist, and claiming that I'm having sex with women. So I'm not very fucking happy. And the problem is, when you've been sexually abused as a child and never had sex with anyone in your whole life, and 43 coming up 44 years of age, I'm going to start getting nasty about it. So I also mentioned the energy weapons, that's also connected to sexuality and whatever. Obviously I'm going into a bit more detail than what I mentioned to the Houses of Parliament, but I'm getting fucked off with it. I've been stopped from getting sex, and there's been times where you sort of need it, all your life, and you've not had anything, and you're like being treated like a piece of shit. So I've had to release that information to the government with all my details, because they've got to know, so that if I get raped in my next life and stopped from getting sex in my next life, Jesus Christ has fucking hanged me for another fucking life. And I'm not being funny, but I don't take to negative attraction. And all the people in my age group are negative attraction. I don't take to these pizza faces or what looks like sick off the floor. When it comes to the stone, what looks like a dry stone appearance, I don't mind. I can't fancy that type, but they have a cleaner appearance, and I can sit at a dinner table with them. But the type of attraction that I go for is feminine, not a homosexual type of attraction. Feminine skin type, like the smooth skin of a lady. Though I'm not too keen on the wet looking skin, which is like a soft skin, but I do like a shiny, smooth, sexual body, like Britney Spears, for example. Not as so much how she looks today, but, a woman, not a fucking hag. But anyway, so I've just done documentaries recently regarding all this, so I was sort of mentioning, that being sexually abused as a child occurred also in my last life, according to a past life clairvoyant. So what happened was, in my last life is I was a little girl and had a very bad childhood where I was sexually abused, and it was quite a rough childhood apparently, according to this past life psychic reading I had just over 15 years ago. When I was older, I was working in a laboratory. I was never liked by men, and I died tragically in my early 20s, and as the clairvoyant said, I was quite an attractive lady before that happened. Right, I don't know if I'm recording. My fucking devices are fucked up. So, right, I went into a church to document the problems of sexuality, and just walking out of the church is this. There's a fucking whole load of stuff I can't read out. The bastards fucking cursed me. The cunt's fucking cruel. Anyway, Jesus Christ is just fucking cruel. The bastards cursed me. I can't get the evidence. I don't even know if this is on record on the fucking camera because the display's gone. Right, so the cunt's gone, said, learn a car, phone rings, me, penis up to a bike, white, blue, bow whistles, lots more, blue sexual car, bow whistles, crow says, ha, spastic, crow says, fuck da, just, fuck da, D-A-H, da, just, da, and then obviously the digital audio recorder's fucked up at that time. Red, sexual timed, yes, sex, Christ, you cruel bastard, God, you sex slaughter fucking tear away. Right, red sexual timed, grey knife shape timed, crow break in, knife dead, Zimmer frame timed, red, black gun looking vertical angled of my way, blue car, turn my head, so bike timed to erection from behind, DX to apply sex, and bonus a motorbike, and sick car with light on, there is a police car, and I move my lips to say that Jesus Christ is a real cruelty cunt, because obviously he's cursed me. Right, so my willy's very high up, Christ. It's very high up. Oh, motorbike, Christ. Bikes, Christ, yes. You fucking diseased bastard. There we are. So the bastard breaks all my devices, stops me getting the evidence, and then steps up all this fucking action, cruelty cunt. Now, let me get the other page out if I can. No, I can't find it. Nothing you can do. The bastard wants me sexually crucified. You can't do nothing. The creator God's just absolutely fucking crazy. The bastard's fucking possessed. Right, so it's 1 o'clock exactly. 12 hours ago exactly. The burning problem occurred at my place. So anyway, that nasty bastard, that creator God, will not stop it. And I'm getting very pissed off about it. So just check the time of the bus, because there's right yet. So got a long time to wait for that. Never mind. So initially, while leaving my place, it's a matter of black and blue cars, sick, sexual, you name it, or whatever. I can't get the paper out because I've got so many sheets in my pocket, I don't know which is which. Obviously, I had a whole load of threats of being mistaken as Sven, or being told that I've changed my name from Sven to Justin, which is not true. My name's always been Justin. So I had a whole load of sort of malicious setups, loads of people sneezing in my face. It's just been one of those hectic days. And from behind, Christ, time to itch your bumhole as well, Christ. God wants me with a bike. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. The bastard's cursed my fucking digital audio recording. Loads of started cars, yeah, has a catalytic converter on there, Christ. Do it in a sneaky, sly way, Christ. Make sure I can't get the evidence, okay? Make sure that the digital audio recording device is fucked up. You nasty bastard, you sneaky little cold ice bastard cunt. You sex slaughter fucking tearaway, Christ. You will never be forgiven for this, Christ. Right, so I don't know if I'm recording. The battery went flat in the camera. God's continuing to terrorise me with all this action. Yeah, the cunt's fallen. Completely fallen. Sneakily, discreetly, and maliciously trying to tear me to pieces. And they blame it all on Satan, the devil, and Christianity, religion. So obviously, tied to my bumhole itching, there's a bike with a red sexual car. And now there's a lookalike, someone who sexually abused me as a child, tied to an erection. Nothing, and that drain cover was hit over, by the way. Yeah, God's getting sneaky. He knows I can't get the evidence. The bastard's fallen. The bastard's blue. Right, I've got a long time before the bus comes. I can't do nothing. The fucking cunt's fallen. The cunt's cruel. Right, so at the moment it seems to be bike issues and bikes to erections and whatever. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't want to word it, to be fair, because usually I time lookalikes to people that sexually abuse me as a child tied to an erection, but they just timed someone that I thought I know, so, you know, a family member. So I won't go into details of that, but taking a piss today, I tell you. Anyway, I've made it here. There's a couple of corrupt fucking animal voice sounds telling me to go to the fire of hell, telling me that I'm being ripped to pieces, sexually abused as a child in my next life. There's nothing you can do about it. The creator's fucking fallen. The creator just wants to fucking tear the fuck out of me in any fucking possible way he can fucking rip me to pieces. He's doing a very good job, and he's succeeded right through my whole life so far. Cruelty bastard. And all Christians say, oh, it's Satan, Satan. Well, I can't follow Christ because Christ has had a sexual relationship with Mary Magdalene. But anyway, I'll leave it there on that subject. I'll let you know what else happens. And if I can't get anything else recorded, because one of the batteries has already gone flat in this camera, and I can't guarantee I'm recording because the display screen's decided to go on it. And also the digital audio recorder's fucking buckled. It fucked up in the church. As soon as I push stop on the recording, I'm lucky to retrieve the file. Otherwise, I would have lost some very important information I did. So anyway, I'll leave it there. I'll photograph the sheets if I can't get any other way of mentioning the rest of the information that's going to occur for the rest of the day. I just want to mention that I've just gone to go into the field, and I've just, yeah, as you can hear, I've just been chased by a load of bulls. However, there was two other people that were passing those bulls who have already come from my direction, and they didn't get any trouble at all. So obviously something's going on, isn't it, God? You little sneaky bastard. Anyway, I'm going back in the other direction, and I'm going to see what the bastard throws at me in this direction, because I don't have a fucking clue what the bastard's going to do next. Right, so there's been some more setups, but there's one specific issue. Right, so we've got a Turner tanker, a Turner van, sorry. Then there's a t-shirt saying no sex in heaven. immortal bodies, but straight after that they turned to look like someone who raped me as a child turned to an erection, followed by purpose-sounding crow and seagull sudden laughing ha 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 sounds in a spiteful, malicious, callous, as if it's done in a vengeance way. Right time to an erection, air shattering loud bike, heat radiation van, MC Bernie or something like that, and then a Hurst. I'm making a few mistakes with these suggestions because it just timed the van that says Grace for you. It's not a van I've seen before, but I can tell you now, all Graces that I kind of known, they're all in relationships or with someone, so obviously this has got to be someone I don't know, if they want to suggest that, or possibly if they've messed up as always.